Hello guys, my name is Lasha and today I will be teaching you vocabulary lesson for upper intermediate level, and our topic for today is weather and environment. Let's see if we are live already on YouTube. Let's check. Yeah, we are going live on YouTube. Let me open Facebook as well. Good, and we are on Facebook live as well. Very good. How are you guys doing today? The weather is very nice, but we should not go out and we should try to stay at home because still there is a pandemic period. Hi Jada. But there are a lot of good things that we can do at home. First of all, we can learn English. You have so much time to watch our videos live, or if you cannot watch live, you can also watch all uploaded videos in the evenings or night whenever you feel free to watch our videos. And let me give you one more information for the vocabulary lessons. All words will be uploaded in the description tab of the videos on YouTube. But it takes some time, so check the videos 1 week later or so, then all the words will be uploaded there. Hello Azime and Pelin, I hope you are doing well, guys. So, our lesson's topic for today is weather and the environment. Of course, we will not talk about some easy stuff because this is intermediate level. And we will discuss some intermediate level words for this lesson, okay? We will learn some new words. I will try to explain their meanings and give you the sentences with them. Then we will do some exercises, okay? Hello, Dylan, as well. The first group of words that we should talk about is urban, suburban, and rural. Maybe you know the meaning of these words. Urban means outside the city center, not the city center. Suburban is also outside the center, and rural area is almost like village road, okay? Somewhere which is maybe part of city, but it doesn't look like city anymore. This place we call rural area, okay? Hello, Kafer. Smog, fog, smoke, and mist. All of them look like each other. Also, they sound very similar to each other, but they have little bit different meaning. First of all, let's talk about smoke. Probably you know that smoke is a noun and a verb, both of them. If we're talking about smoke as a noun, it means something coming out of fire. For example, if you have a fire and on top of the fire you see the smoke that is coming, or if you are smoking a cigarette, for example, from the cigarette smoke comes. This is one meaning as a noun. If we talk about smoke as a verb, this is action, and for example, I'm smoking a cigarette, okay? This is second meaning as a verb. Third meaning, also we can say smoke if you see something in the air or in the sky. For example, something is burning and you see this smoke in the air. This will be also smoke. Now let's talk about fog. Maybe you understand fog. It is a noun, and when you can't see things very well because the weather is not very clear, it happens sometimes maybe after the rain or before the rain, especially if you are in the mountains, in a very beautiful view sometimes, but you can't see the things because of the fog. So fog is something that comes from the clouds, and because of the clouds, you see things well. This is fog. As for smog and mist, they have very similar meaning, but mist is also coming from the cloud. So little drops of water which is coming from the cloud, we can say this as a mist. Also, after the rain, second day, for example, after the rain, if you walk on the street and you see some grass, on the grass there will be mist. Smog also has kind of same meaning with mist, but the only difference is how far you can see. When we are talking about fog, smog, mist, haze, all of them have kind of same meaning, but it depends how far is your vision and what's the availability of your vision. Jada says smoking is harmful for our health. Yes, this is true. And Nagilhan, I hope I pronounced the name correctly. Hi to Nagihan. Okay, good. Weather. You probably understand the weather, and what is the weather like today? What is the weather today? How can you describe today's weather? Maybe you live in different cities and weather can be different, or even in different countries. Sometimes we have students watching from other countries as well. So what's the weather like in your city right now? Isu. Which city do you live in? Which city is sunny? I will tell you about my city. Currently, I'm in Bursa, and the weather is sunny, hot, and a little humid. Ice also lives in Bursa. Good. Yes, it is very sunny today in Bursa and humid. Do you know humid, guys? Humid. It means when you cannot breathe. This is humid. When we are talking about weather, maybe we should also mention the word climate. Climate is a little bit more general, and when we say climate, we are talking about, for example, climate change. So it is the pattern of weather. When I was a kid and I learned geography, I remember there used to be 4 different climate zones. This is what my teacher told me. But nowadays they say that there are more than 4 climate zones, and one source I remember said there were 7 climate zones, and other websites and other sources said different number. For example, we know the tropical climate, we know subtropical climate, and etc. Okay, so it is the pattern of weather. What kind of weather usually we have in a region? We say climate for this. Okay, we can also use some adjectives with climate. For example, we can say that Miami has very sunny climate or very sunny weather. Weather is kind of better in this situation, but some people also use climate when they are talking about cities weather. But climate is not about one day. Okay, weather we can say about one day or 1 hour or currently, but climate is a little bit broader. Okay, climate change is correct, Dylan, and hello Betrand. Sometimes, guys, I have problem pronouncing some of the nicknames that you use on your YouTube channels and YouTube accounts. Ersel says today Bursa is windy. Yes, there is a little bit wind in Bursa, but yes, it is hot. And Dylan has question about boded. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. Bertrand. You mean broaded when I said the word? I said broad. Broad. Broader. So it's something is not very specific, but it is broader. In Turkish, I guess it will be daha geniş, broader. Okay? I think this is what you are asking. Forecast and prediction. We use the word forecast when we are talking about the weather and when we are talking about the future weather. Usually we say weather forecast. You're welcome, Dylan. Yesterday I had a lesson for pre-intermediate students and the topic was TV, and we talked about weather forecast, that this is kind of TV program and TV news. We say weather forecast. As for prediction, it has kind of same meaning, very similar to it, but prediction we can use more generally. We can use prediction like a guess, okay? I say something about the future which I'm not sure about. This is my prediction. For example, the coronavirus will finish in July. This is my prediction, okay? As for forecast, we use forecast for weather, as I said. Also, we use some financial things. For example, we can say financial forecast. It can be used also like that. Waste, litter, and rubbish. All of them have same meaning, and it is garbage, okay? General meaning for all of them. We use these words instead of garbage. But now let's go a little bit deeper. And when we say waste, usually we are talking about the garbage which comes out from something. For example, we can say material waste in production companies. They use something and then there is waste, okay? The parts that they don't use, something that stays after production, we say waste about it, okay? Like wasting time, kind of same thing. So these things are waste. They are garbage. They cannot be used anymore. So we say waste about it. Prediction is telling us if something will happen or not. Yeah, it is. Waste materials, absolutely correct. Clean and clear. Sometimes people mix these words because they have very similar spelling and similar pronunciation. Meaning is kind of similar, but we use them in different situations. Clean we use if the room, for example, is clean. It means the room is not dirty, it is not messy, there is no mess in the room. But when we say about clear, clear is something like you can see through this, okay? For example, we can use clear for the person. She is a very clear person. It means that she doesn't have bad things in her heart, and this person always shows her true emotions. We can use clear, not clean, for the person. When we are talking about the air or sky, we will also use clear. You can see everything in the sky. This kind of sky is clear, not clean sky. Poor, drizzle, and flood. All of them are related to rain. Okay? If it rains very, very little, we say drizzle. If it rains a lot, we say poor. And if it rains for a long time, and the water is on the ground, water stays on the ground, this kind of situation, we say flood. Okay, there's a question from Eğitim Bilimleri Dersleri. Is there any note here? It's possible. I said in the beginning of the broadcast that all the notes will be uploaded in description folder, description tab of YouTube lessons, but not maybe directly. It takes some time to be uploaded. The system does it automatically. So you can check maybe 1 week later or so, and you will see all these words over there. Clear we can also use for speaking. You are correct, Dylan. We can say that, for example, our teacher has very clear pronunciation, so speaks very clearly, we can say. Maybe you know the meaning of environment, and the word surroundings, it kind of has similar meaning. Now, I know that there have been a lot of lessons. I think it was one of them was with Joseph, and he explained the prefixes and suffixes. And if you pay attention to this, you see the ing, and then you see s, which makes it plural, and ing turns into noun. And surround, also, if we take the prefix, we will understand that this word comes from around. So everyone knows what is around me. So when we are talking about things which are around us, we will say surroundings. For example, I'm standing on the street and I can say the surroundings are not so beautiful. It means that houses, buildings, trees, whatever is around me are not very beautiful. Now, as for the environment, we use environment for different kind of sentences. For example, environment, we can say at work, I don't like the environment. So I'm not talking about something physical, but maybe I'm talking about the atmosphere, about the aura. This can be understood as environment. Also, when we are talking about the weather, probably we understand that when we say environment, we say we are talking about maybe nature and atmosphere and all these kind of things. Dylan, prediction means guess. You are totally correct. I did not know Clear was a brand of shampoo. Next couple of words, wind and air. We already had example that Bursa's weather is windy today, so you understand wind probably. Air, also you understand, I think. You don't need my explanation for air. Environment is kind of like, it can be like area, but not only area. Sometimes it can mean something that we cannot see. For example, when I'm talking maybe about the relationship between my colleagues and these kind of things, I can also use the environment. I don't like environment. This is not very friendly environment. For example, friendly area is not possible to say, but friendly environment is totally okay. Air is also goal. I have never used air with the meaning of goal as a noun. No, actually, I have never seen this usage of air, but it is never wrong to double check and to see maybe there is some kind of maybe Kafer or Jaffer was talking about aim, probably. And yes, aim definitely means goal. This is correct. Yes, aim. Good. Now, reservoir, lake, puddle, pond. All of them are created with water. When we are talking about some water things, probably you know already the ocean, sea. The smaller one is lake. Then we have river and reservoir, puddle, and pond. Now, reservoir is created by a man, by a person, okay, to save some water for something. For example, water reservoir. Maybe you can have at home also water reservoir, like you don't have running water 24 hours at home and you need to keep reservoir. You save some water. This will be called reservoir. Lake, probably you understand. When we're talking about puddle and pond, these kind of things, puddle and pond, are usually created from the rain. Okay? When it rains a lot and there is some kind of surface which is not flat, the surface is like this, in that place we will have puddle or pond. We can use both words in that situation. Also, we can use sometimes pond if we are talking about some decorations that people like to create. For example, in their villas or very luxurious houses, they might have ponds. So puddle is definitely created from the nature. Thunder and lightning, the difference between them is that lightning is something that we see, thunder is something that we hear. Usually lightning and thunder, they happen together. Usually. Jada, you are correct. Water reservoir is like water source that we keep with, that we create and save. Bertrand, you are also correct that pond is smaller, okay, than lake and etc. And pool, Dylan said, yes, also we have pool. Pool is created for maybe swimming. Global and worldwide, you understand these words, I think, global warming, or www, World Wide Web. Okay, www.justenglish.com.tr. This is our website. So the first two W's in that means worldwide, World Wide Web. Now let's talk about extinct and endangered. Extinct means that something does not exist anymore. It existed in the past, but now it doesn't exist. We will say extinct. When we say about endangered, endangered means possibility to become extinct. For example, the dinosaurs don't live anymore, so we can say they are extinct. But endangered animals, we can say white polar bear. We don't have so many white polar bears left, and they are in danger, so we can say endangered species, white polar bear. Recycle and reuse. We know that the prefix re, re, it means to do something again. So reuse means something that you can use a second time, you can use it again. While recycle is more about like production and these kind of things. For example, if you buy Coca-Cola with plastic bottle, it's called PET, and you drink cola, you don't want to throw this away because it can be recycled. So it can be used in production again. Okay? So when we say reuse, reuse does not mean changing the form or something, but recycle means changing the original product into different product maybe, okay? And we say recycle about production, and reuse, it's not only about production, it can be also, for example, some things that I use over and over and over and over again, I can say reuse for this. You are correct, Jada. Panda is definitely endangered species for now. I think I mixed one thing: plain, land, field, and desert. When we're talking about plain, everybody knows one meaning of plain, which means without any color, not decorated. For example, my dress shirt today, it is totally white. It doesn't have anything, so we can say a plain shirt. Okay, plain dress shirt. This is one meaning of plain. Also, when we are talking about plain as a noun, it is a large area of flat land. Okay, a very big area of flat land. This is also called plain. Land, probably you understand as a noun, it means like ground. For example, we can say landowner, a person who owns the land, we call landowner. Another meaning of land, if we use as a verb, is when the airplane goes to the ground, we say landing for this. Field, we can use field for also some green area. It is field. Also for some games we use field. Football field, you maybe can hear this. There are some other words which we can use also when we are talking about football field, but field is one of the words that we use. As for desert, probably everybody understands. For example, Sahara, where it is very, 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 very hot and there is no water. This kind of place we can call desert. Okay, and don't mix up. There is also another word, but with double S. Pronunciation is almost same. Spelling is almost same. The other one we use when we are talking about something sweet. Okay, for example, Turkish delight or lokum. I'm not sure about the pronunciation of it. That one is dessert, but with double S. Now, let's go to an exercise and let's try to do one exercise. Let's do with this exercise. I will read and you will help me to find answers. Okay, we have two possible answers and you need to choose which one is correct. Let's start with the first sentence. Plans to turn much of the Thesum Valley into a large puddle or reservoir to provide drinking water for the local area have received mixed reactions. So some people want to turn the valley into reservoir or puddle. Government or people try to do it. And why? To provide drinking water. So which one do you think? Puddle or reservoir is correct answer for this. Let's see if we have any comments on Facebook. Not so far. And on YouTube, Jada says reservoir. Do you agree with Jada, guys? Bertrand and Kaffer also think reservoir, and you are totally correct, guys. Correct answer here is puddle. Oh, sorry, correct answer is reservoir, so I delete puddle. So this means not correct answer, okay? Reservoir is correct answer. Hello, Kubra. Let's continue. Local councillors have praised the scheme, arguing that the environmental and economical benefits of flooding or pouring the valley will far outweigh the disadvantages. For number 2, do we need flooding or pouring? Hi Erçin. Let me tell you the meaning of both of them again. Flooding is when it rains a lot and there is water. We say flood about it. Also, if you want to make something full of water, we can say flooding. As for pouring, it is raining very, very much. So the people want to create a reservoir, so they need to flood the area. They need to put a lot of water there. So correct answer is flooding. Thank you to Ceyda, Kafer, and Gamze Nur. Flooding is correct answer. I delete pouring here. Several small rural communities or urban communities, 2 villages, 3 hamlets, and 2 farms in the valley will disappear, however. Which one do you think? Rural or urban? And maybe you don't understand the meaning of hamlet. What do you think is hamlet? It's a small settlement. Like not a village, but small settlement. It's usually smaller than a village. So 2 villages, 3 hamlets, and 2 farms. Pay attention to village over here. Which one is village is part of urban or rural? Jada and Gamze have correct answers for this one, and Kafer as well. Rural is correct, so I delete urban. Nalihan also has correct answer, and Bertrand. Hello, Ahmed. Let's continue. A farmer was struck by lightning or thunder on Thursday evening. Which one? For number 4, guys. Struck by lightning or struck by thunder? Which one? The sound or something that we see? Which one can come to a person and make person go like this? Dilan, you are correct, and Ahmed about rural, true. And for question number 4, we have first correct answer from Eid. Of course, struck by lightning, so I delete thunder. Azime, Gamzenur also have correct answers, and Kafer. Let's continue. While mending a fence in one of his plains or fields. So the person, a farmer, was struck by lightning while he was doing what? He was mending a fence. Fence is like a gate, guys. So he was preparing a gate of his field or plains. Let's remember one more time. Plain is a very big area of flat place, and field, it is a bit smaller and usually green place. Here we have correct answer from Kafer, Gamze, Zeynep, and Jada. Field is correct answer, so I delete plains. The farmer, Jack Dobson, received treatment for slight burns at Meldue Hospital. Talking about the incident later, he said it was drizzling or showering slightly when I went out. So little rain, which one do we say? Little rain is drizzling or showering? Slightly, it means little, a little bit. So a little bit rain is shower or drizzle. Rabia was the first one who gave me the correct answer. Drizzling is little rain, so I delete showering. When I went out, but I had checked the weather prediction or weather forecast. This is very easy, I think. Weather forecast or weather prediction. Of course, Halil, weather forecast is correct. Prediction I delete. Let's continue. Number 8 over here we have, before I read number 8, Gamze, Nagilhan, Selçuk, Zeynep, Jada, Azime also have correct answers for number 7. Let's see number 8. Shoppers at a local supermarket are being urged not to throw away the supermarket's plastic shopping bags. Kind of similar situation as Turkey. We should not use plastic shopping bags anymore. A spokesperson for ASDO said, for every new bag we make, the factory has to pump out industrial waste or industrial litter. Which one? Industrial waste or industrial litter? So we are talking about the garbage which stays after production. Is it waste or litter? Halil, Gamze, Jada, Azime, Aleyna, and Jafer have correct answers. Waste is true, so I delete litter. Bernard is also true. That's increasing pollution in the suburban area or surrounding area. So when we have industrial waste, this makes pollution to surrounding area or suburban area. Think about some factory zones where there are a lot of factories and the pollution is higher near the factories or in the suburban areas. We have correct answer from Ceyda and Gamzenur, Azime, and Bertrand. Of course, surrounding area, because definitely near the factories, pollution is higher. We are offering a financial incentive to our customers to reuse their bags or repeat their bags. Very easy, I think. Number 10. Of course, the answer for number 10 is first one with correct answer was Ceyda, of course, to reuse their bags. Let's continue with number 11. An academic from Darrington University has caused controversy by claiming that global warming or worldwide warming is not caused by human. Okay, this one is very easy, so I will delete worldwide. Everybody knows that we use global warming. Global warming is not caused by human disregard for the weather or for the environment. Global warming affects the weather or it affects the environment. Ceyda is the first one. Do you agree with Ceyda, guys? I think Ceyda's internet is very good. She has high-speed internet. Gamzenur also joined. Of course, it is environment, guys. Global warming affects the environment, not only the weather, but it affects the environment as well. Bertrand and Aleyna also gave me the correct answer, so I delete weather. In her new book entitled Are We to Blame?, Professor Angela Lucchini argues that the large-scale changes in the Mediterranean land or Mediterranean climate. Which one do we use? Mediterranean land or Mediterranean climate? For example, have taken place ever since the world was formed. Really, Ceyda, how can you write the answers first? And all her answers are correct, I think. So for number 13, of course, Mediterranean, we need to say Mediterranean climate. And we have correct answer from Ceyda, Gamzenur, Kafer, and Meryem, and Azime. I delete land. Global warming does not change the ground, it changes the climate. We stopped here. People were not responsible for the ice ages or their coming to an end. And we certainly were not responsible for the fact that dinosaurs became extinct or endangered. No, Ceyda, I think it's because of internet connection speed. Definitely, you have high internet connection speed. So, dinosaurs became extinct or endangered. Guys, do you know any dinosaurs living today? Endangered means they are in dangerous situation. Extinct means not living anymore. So which one do you think? Dinosaurs are in dangerous situation now, or dinosaurs don't live anymore? Of course, we need to say extinct, and Jada changed her answer. Okay, I found your first mistake. Extinct is correct answer. Thank you, Jada, Azime, and Gamzenur. I delete endangered. So it's a bit presumptuous of us to think we are responsible for all the problems we're facing now, isn't it? She said. Local councillor Davina Forrest is calling for a ban of the use of coal fires at home. There is no doubt that if domestic chimneys stopped pumping out smoke or fog into the atmosphere, chimney is something that is on top of our fireplace. When you have fireplace at home and on top of the house, you need to have chimney. So from the fireplace, which one comes? Fog or smoke? From the fireplace. Rabia, Kafer, Jada, and Miriam, you are correct. Of course, smoke is true, so I delete fog over here. Gamzenur and Azime also joined with correct answers. The air or the wind, we would all be breathing. What do we breathe? We breathe air or wind? Of course, we breathe air, and I delete wind. Thank you, Meryem, Azime, Jada, Kafer, Ahmet, and Gamzenur. Air we would all be breathing would be much cleaner or clearer. Air, we say clean or clear air. Which one is correct? Clean air or clear air? We have correct answer from Jada, Sezer, Gamzenur, Meryem, Aleyna, Rabia, Azime, and Kadir. You are correct, guys. Number 17, we need to say cleaner, so I delete clearer. Okay, so we learned some of the words related to environment and the weather, and we have done one exercise. Now let's have break for 15 minutes, and 15 minutes later I will be joining you again, and we will continue with some phrases about environment and weather. See you in 15 minutes.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Work with a joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world, just Distinglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance, do but do just Distinglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone won't live by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife.
I am back with you guys, and I hope Azme enjoyed her coffee. Let's continue learning some phrasal verbs. First phrasal verb that I will explain to you is call for. Call for, it means to require something, need something, or demand something, okay? For example, the company is calling for some professionals. They need some professionals for something. Call off means to cancel something. For example, we can say that Eurovision was called off. Eurovision was cancelled this year due to coronavirus. Thank you, Bertrand. Clear up means to become brighter. For example, it was very rainy weather, then it became better and brighter weather. We will say clear up. We also use clear up for clouds. Cut off means to make a place difficult or impossible to enter or to leave or communicate with. And disconnect. For example, I'm talking on the phone with someone, like we are talking, and then there is no connection. We have been cut off. Okay? Or maybe there was a very big flood, and after the flood, there is no road to the village. We will say the village was cut off. Okay? Die down, become less noisy, less powerful, or less active. Okay? Do up is to repair something, to upgrade something, to improve something. Okay? For example, I bought an old house and I decided to do it up. So I want to repair this old house, to update or upgrade this house. Face up to something is to accept something or try to deal with it. For example, I'm having a very bad situation, maybe my life is not going very well, and I ask my friend for advice. My friend tells me, okay, Lasha, this is the situation, you need to face up to this. So I need to accept this situation. I can't change anything. I need to accept and deal with it. Get somebody down means make someone feel sad or lose hope. For example, if I say a lot of bad things about the coronavirus now, and if everyone says bad things, maybe people can get you down. They can make you lose hope, or they can make you feel sad. Next one is put down to something, is suggest that something is the result of another thing. For example, I can create a sentence for you, something like this. Angela put down to the idea that blah, 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 blah. So Angela suggested that this idea was a result of something. Put out means make something stop burning. For example, I'm smoking cigarette and I need to put out. So I need to stop the cigarette smoke. This is put out. We use put out for cigarette. Also, we use put out for fire. For fire, also, you can use the distinguish, another word. Set in means to start and be likely to continue for a while. Also, okay. For example, we can use it for rain, or depression, or etc. Okay, if we know that something is not for a short time but it will last long time, we can say set in. Stand for means to represent something or put up with something. For example, UN stands for United Nations. Okay, so UN is abbreviation for United Nations, so it represents United Nations. Tear down means to destroy something or remove something. I think you understand. Destroy, we can say about the building. The house was very, very old, and the government decided to tear it down, or government decided to destroy it. And last phrasal verb that we will learn is throw away, is to get rid of something. For example, I don't need the telephone anymore. It doesn't work. It is not good. So I will throw it away. I will get rid of my telephone. I will put it into the garbage. Guys, do you understand all phrasal verbs? Or do you have some questions about them? If you have some questions, please write on our YouTube or Facebook channel in comments. And I will answer your questions. I can wait for like 1 minute. If you don't have any questions, then we will move to the exercises. Jada understands. Let's check our Facebook viewers. Also, there are no comments on Facebook. Jada has a question for call for. Is yes, it means to need something, to require or demand something. For example, the company calls for engineer. So there is a vacancy of engineer. They need a new engineer. Okay. I guess we can move to the exercise about phrasal verbs. Where it is? Here we have. So you need to complete the sentences using the correct form of the phrasal verb. So we have phrasal verbs and we need to match them into the sentence, but at the same time think about grammar, okay? Which tense we need to use. For example, number 1, we start with the weather should have, then phrasal verb, by this evening. Pay attention to by this evening. You know that we use by when we are talking about future and when we are talking about finished action in the future. So we need to use should have. What do we need in the first gap, guys? Let me open notes so I can write correct answers. I think it is okay if I put it here. Let's see how it looks on YouTube. Azime, you are correct with the answer, but pay attention to the tense. Which tense do we need to use? We have should, a modal verb. Then we have also. Which form of the verb can I use after it? Jada and Azime gave me correct answer. We need to say cleared up. Bernard is also correct for this. Cleared up. Number 2, do you think the wind has, phrasal verb, enough for us to go sailing without any danger? Gamzenur, do up means to repair something. For example, you buy old house and you need to do it up. Number 2, do you think the wind has, phrasal verb, enough for us to go sailing without any danger? Call for, call off, cut off, die down, do up, face up to, or put out? Which one do we need for number 2, guys? We want to go sailing, like with a boat, and we need the wind to stop or decrease. We are looking for decrease. Cut off is not correct answer, guys, because cut off means to lose communication, not to be able to go somewhere. For example, the village was cut off. It means there is no road to village. Or stop the connection is also cut off. Now imagine a situation, it is very, very windy, and I want to have this wind decrease, go down. Which one do you think should be? Azime and Jada have correct answers, but Azime, you have some spelling mistakes. Jada said died down. True. Die down means kind of disappear, decrease something. Number 3, environmentalists are stricter controls on the use of leaded petrol. Maybe environmentalists need stricter controls. Strict means like, I don't know strict in Turkish, I'm trying to remember. Strict in Turkish. I don't remember. It means hard, more difficult, tough. Gamzenur gave us correct answer, but think about grammar, guys. We have are, so we have emizar. What do we need after emizar? Which form should we use? We have correct answer from Gamzenur and Jada, grammatically correct one, calling for. True. Next one, number 4. Why can't they, phrasal verb, the fact that their products are bad for the environment? Maybe it's a little bit difficult. I will help you a little. So why can't they accept? Do you remember which one was accept? Accept the fact that their products are bad for the environment. Gamzenur says face up to. Do you agree with her, guys? Do you agree that face up to is correct answer for this question? Oh, hi Hussein. I have not seen you for a long time. Gamzenur, Hussein, and Azime think face up to, and you are correct, guys. Face up to is true for number 4. As for number 5, firefighters managed to probably stop the forest fire before it destroyed any houses. Do you remember which phrasal verb we use for stopping the fire or stopping the cigarette smoke? I see correct answer from Hussein, Ceyda, Azime, Gamzenur, Bertan, and Selçuk, who is not really Selçuk, but Yasemin. She is using different name. She is my old student, so she wrote to me that she will be using this ID. Number 6. We will have to, phrasal verb, the demonstration, if the weather is really bad, won't we? Probably cancel the demonstration. Which one is cancel something? Call for, clear up, cut off, die down, do up, face up to, or put out? We already have some answers from Azime, Bertrand, Gamzenur, and Hussein. You are correct, guys. Of course, we need to say call off. Number 7. The town was totally, phrasal verb, for 3 days because of the floods. I think easy to understand. Just think about grammar, which form of the verb we need to use. The town was totally blah 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 for 3 days because of the floods. We have 2 verbs, phrasal verbs left, do up or cut off. Which one do we need for number 7? Cut off or do up? We have got correct answer from Ceyda, Elif, and ECP. The town was totally cut off. Yes, it is passive voice, so you need to use past participle of the word. And last sentence for this exercise, it did not take us long to, phrasal verb, the old barn, did it? We have got answer from Ceyda and Gamzenur. Yes, guys, you are correct. We need to say do up. True. Good job, guys. We have one more exercise about phrasal verbs. And here, you need to write one word for each gap. Okay, again, about the same phrasal verbs. Maybe this will be a little bit difficult. I will try to help you with this exercise. First sentence, we say, don't throw those batteries preposition. They are not biodegradable. Don't get rid of those batteries. Yasemin is correct here. We need to use away. Throw something away means to get rid of something. Azime also said correct answer. Number 2. Rainy days always phrasal verb me down. We have answer from Yasemin and she says get. Jada says fall. One of them is correct. Who is correct, guys? Like rainy days don't make me very motivated. When I wake up and I see the weather is rainy, I become so sad. I don't want to do a lot of things. So, of course, the answer here is get me down. Thank you, Azime and Yasemin. Also, we can say bring me down. There is no problem in number 2. Question number 3. Could you tell me what the letters C, J, D stand? And you need preposition. So we have CJD. This is abbreviation, short form of something. And I'm asking for the long form. We have answer from Bertrand and Azime. They say stand for, and you are totally correct, guys. Here we need for. Number 4. They are planning to tear, again, preposition, the old cinema and build a new shopping center on the land. Destroy is same with tear. What do we need? Tear. You can guess it very easily. Now imagine this is the building, and when you destroy, it goes. We have answer from Azime and she thinks down. You are correct, Azime. Tear down means to destroy something. Number 5, I think the rain's set, again preposition, for the day, don't you? Which word do we need for number 5? Bertrand, do you mean out for number 4 or number 5? For number 4, tear out, it means to separate something. For example, you have some kind of combination and you tear out, you separate two things. But here the meaning is different. We need to destroy something, and destroy is to tear down. As for number 5, what do you think, guys? What do we need? I think the rain set for the day, don't you? We have answer from Azime. She says in, and it is totally correct. We need in for number 5. And let's see the last sentence for this exercise. Some scientists put the extinction of the dinosaurs down, blah blah blah, changes in the world's climate. Put down, and which preposition do we need? Like I explained this, as a result of something. Something is result of something. We can say put something down, preposition, and another thing. So the extinction of dinosaurs is the result of changes in the world's climate. If you don't remember this phrase, maybe we can go up and see what was the phrasal verb for this. Look at the phrasal verbs, guys, and which one do we need? Come on. We have only 2 phrases with put. It is either put out or put down to. Which one? Put down to is correct answer. Now let's go to our sentence. Okay, here it was. Some scientists put the extinction of the dinosaurs down to. Okay, so correct answer for number 6 is to. Down to changes in the world's climate. Very good. Thank you, guys. Maybe we can continue by explaining some other words. We have phrases and collocations. Probably you know a lot of them, but you might not know some of them. For example, control, we can say lose control, take control, have control. You know the meaning of all of these. In control, for example, now I'm in control of the lesson. So I'm controlling the lesson. Out of control means when something is not in control. Effect, we can say have an effect on something or somebody, or we can also say take effect. For the end, we can say in the end, at the end, come to an end, like finish something, come to the end or reach the end of something, we understand. Happy ending, I think also we understand the meaning of this one. On the floor, we understand. On the ground floor, on the first floor, you know all these things, I think. Fuss, we can say make a fuss or cause a fuss. To become very angry and start fighting about something. Long. as long as, for a long time, take a long time, long to do, long for something to do. I think you know all these phrases and I don't need to explain the meaning of any of them. Next word we have look. Have a look, take a look. Remember preposition at something or somebody. Look like someone and look at someone. We know all these things. For the mess, we can say make a mess or in a mess. We have two phrases. For responsibility, we can use have the responsibility, take the responsibility. Then you need to use for and something. As for the shower, everybody knows take a shower, have a shower, a rain shower, and light or heavy shower of rain. So when we are talking about rain, also we can use shower. Sight means to see something, catch sight of something, so something disappeared, you cannot see anymore. Sorry, catch means to see something, lose sight means something disappeared and you can't see anymore. At first sight, do you believe in love at first sight, guys? When you see someone and immediately you fall in love. So it is at first sight. Love at first sight. Next word is waste. We talked about the word waste previously, and we can use a waste of time, to waste your time, industrial waste, and household waste. Weather forecast, everybody knows, and under the weather means like under the control, everything is going normal, fine. World, all over the world, around the world, throughout the world, all of them have same meaning. The whole world, in the world, and world record. I think you know all of these words and phrases. Now we will do an exercise about it and you should help me to find answers to the exercise. We stopped here. Exercise E. You need to choose the correct word. Number 1, the days of Athens, being one of the most polluted cities in the world, have come to an end or gone to an end? Which one do we need, guys? Come to an end or gone to an end? We have two possible answers from Azime and Yasemin. Azime says come, Yasemin says gone. One of you is correct, guys. Like when something is almost finished or has just finished, like 1 minute ago, what do we say? Come to an end or gone to an end? We need to use here come to an end. Azime is correct. We don't have phrase gone to the end. Number 2, their office is at the 15th floor or on the 15th floor. This one is easier, I think. Probably everyone knows correct answer for these. We have answer from Gamzenur, Melek, and Azime on, and you are correct, guys. Of course, we need to use on. By the way, I can highlight them. I don't need these. So first one answer is come to an end, and I delete gone. Second one answer is on, so I delete it. Number 3, the government's made a complete mess, or government has done a complete mess of its environmental policy. Make a mess, do a mess. We have answer from Ahmet, Azime, Melek, and Yasemin. Everyone thinks made. You are correct, guys. So done is not true. Number 4. It's so hot. I think I'm going to do a cold shower, have a cold shower to cool down. We have answers from Melek, Ahmet, Azime, Gamzenur, Yasemin, and Jada. Everyone thinks have. You are correct. I delete do. Number 4. As usual, so-called nature lovers are making a fuss or taking a fuss about nothing. Which one is correct phrase? Make a fuss or take a fuss? Hi, Hayrunisa. Jada says making, Hayrunisa says taking. Guys, I need more answers. Let's see if most people are correct or the opposite. Gamzenur, Azime, and Melek also think making a fuss, and you are correct, guys. Taking is not true. Number 6. Sorry. I can't believe there is anyone in the complete world or in the whole world who wants the hole in the ozone layer to get any bigger. In the complete world or in the whole world? Which one is a phrase? In the whole world or in the complete world? Grammatically correct answer here is in the whole world. Complete is not correct, but to be honest, I have heard in real life in the complete world also, but grammatically the correct answer is whole world. And we have correct answer from Melek, Gamzenur, Yasemin, Jada, and Azime. Thank you, girls. Number 7, it looks like a large number of species will become extinct over the next decade, or it looks as a large number of species will become extinct over the next decade. Which one is correct? Looks like or looks as? Gamzenur, Jada, Bertrand, Yasemin, and Melek think looks like, and you are correct, guys, as is not true. Last sentence for this exercise. You used to believe there really was a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow, in the end of every rainbow. Did not you? For this one, we have correct answer already from Jada, Bertrand, Azime, Ahmet, Gamzenur, and Aleyna. They say at the end, and you are correct, guys. At the end is true answer for this. Good job. So far we learned some phrasal verbs and vocabulary, words and phrases about environment and the weather. And we have done some exercises about it. Let's see if we have time to do one more exercise. Maybe we can try to do this exercise. It's very easy and we can do very fast. Most scientists accept that globe warming is a reality. So this word, globe, is mistake here. We need to use different form of the word. What do we say? What kind of warming, guys? We have answer from Ahmed and Bertrand and Yasemin, of course, global warming. Number 2, the weather was freeze. Freeze is not correct, but the weather was, what do we need to say? The weather was very, very cold. We have got correct answer from Ahmed, Azime, and Jada. The weather was freezing. Okay. Number 3. What can we do to protect danger species? Like the giant panda. Not danger, but which word do we need to use? Or actually, which form of this word we need to use? Come on, Ahmed, panda is not dangerous. Panda is so cute and lovely. It is not dangerous. No, yes, I mean, it's not extinct. Still, we have some giant pandas. Not a lot, but some. Jada and Gamzenur's answer is almost correct, but we need to use adjective form, so we need to write endangered. You need to add ed, guys, endangered. Number 4, meteorologists. Meteorologist is people who research the weather, can forecast tomorrow's weather with incredible accurate these days. Accurate is adjective. You need to use noun in this case. How do you make accurate as a noun, guys? Accurate, it means like exact. And we need to make noun from this word. Maybe you don't know this one. Accurate is adjective, and the noun form of the same word is accuracy. Okay. Number 5. Develop are planning to build water park. Not the develop, but think about people. People who develop something. What do we call these people? Melek, Bertrand, and Jada, you have correct answers, but do you see are planning? So not one, but we need plural. So developers we will use. Number 6, all our products are environment friendly. Not environment, but we need to use adverb form of this word. Environment is noun. Now try to make environment into adjective, and then from adjective you can make adverb. We already have correct answer from Melek. It is environmentally. Number 7, everyone should be extreme worried. Not extreme, but again we need to use adverb because worried is adjective. Before adjective we need to use adverb. Worried about the hole in the ozone layer. Extreme worried is not correct, but we need to say Bertrand gave me correct answer, extremely worried. Number 8, we live in a resident area about 20 minutes from the town center. Not resident area, because resident is adjective and noun both actually, but you need to make only noun form of this. Or we can also use another adjective form. Melek and Bertrand are correct. We need to say here residential area. I think we can do one more sentence and finish the lesson. There is not much likely of environmental groups stopping the building of the new factory. There is not much likely. Likely is not used correctly here because you see much, we need much with a noun. Likely is adverb. Actually, this word is very difficult, I think. Think like possibility, probability. We need to say here likelihood. Likelihood means same with probability. Okay. Thank you guys very much for watching our lesson today. It was quite interesting. We had a lot of students joining for today's lesson. I wish you a very good health, first of all, and stay safe and enjoy the evening. Don't forget that there is a lesson at 9 o'clock if you want to join the lesson. Today is Wednesday, so probably it will be a lesson from the elementary level. And I wish you some other time. Enjoy the night. Bye bye, guys.